That's not fair to me. That's not fair to my child.
Mr. Walker has informed me that he has retained an attorney, and we have not seen an answer filed by any attorney. So we're not sure what way to proceed here today, Your Honor. This was reset last time for a similar problem.
Yeah, sir. Last time you told me you hired an attorney as well, and that was back in September. What's happening?
I'm not sure, but I did call the head of the office, and he's going to see what's the problem, and he's going to give me a call back, he said.
Have you paid money to this attorney?
Yes, I have.
What is the name of the attorney?
The law firm is David Keeler, but the lawyer that represented me, her name is Natalie.
Now, David Keeler?
Yes.
Can you spell that?
Yes. David, D-A-V-I-D. Keeler, K-U-L-L-A-R-D.
K-U-E-L-L-A-R-D? Is that what you said?
Let me make sure. No, I spelled it wrong. It's K-U-L-L-E-R-D.
And did you tell them I don't know when you last spoke to them, but did you tell them about this hearing?
Yes, they already knew about it, and they had another one just that they went to. Natalie called me the day before to like remind me.
Remind you about this hearing?
No, the hearing that they had in chambers just for them.
They haven't filed anything on your behalf, sir. You might want to call them back and let them know they have filed nothing in this case and have not made an appearance. If they don't show up, you're going to be representing yourself, sir. They should know better than to do this.
Yes.
They haven't reached out to the attorney. Have they reached out to you, Ms. Brown Zeto?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, they haven't reached out to the Attorney General's office. They haven't filed anything for me to see. Ms. Messer, has anyone reached out to you?
No.
No. And so I don't know what they're doing, but typically when people hire lawyers, they file they appear for court.
I understand. Last time I was in court though, I told the Attorney General that I did have a lawyer, and she went back and found that I did hire an attorney.
How did they find that? How would they, you know what they did?
No, she was gone for like 30 minutes.
Okay, you might want to reach out to them again, sir, because this is the second time this has happened that they haven't shown for a setting. And I give grace and I give resets, but I can't indefinitely do that with nothing filed and nothing happening in the case. So at the very least, I'm inclined to proceed with the temporary orders hearing this morning, whether they show or not, because at this point they have not made an appearance in the case and they've had ample time. You hired them before the September 7th hearing. It's now November 2nd. So almost a full 2 months and they haven't filed anything or reached out to anybody. That's very weird. That's not typically what lawyers do.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a chance to reach out to them. I'm going to do another hearing and give you a chance to reach out to them and get someone here. It's on Zoom. They don't have to drive. They don't have to do it. You know, they just literally need an electronic device.
Right. I'm gonna let them know.
Okay. Please make sure they get in here today.
Your Honor, there is, I'm sorry, I'm really losing my voice, but there is another pro se case filed in regards to this child. That was
Have they filed into that case?
It was not filed in this case.
So they have not filed an answer in that case either?
No. There's just, it's just pro se filed by Miss Messer.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Whenever I went and filed, because they hadn't served him. Yeah.
Oh, when you filed twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you looked into that case and just made sure they didn't file an answer there?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay.
No answer that I see.
Okay. I'm going to have you all go back to your breakout rooms while I do another hearing, and then I'll bring you out for this hearing. But that gives you some time, sir, to let them know what's happening here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording. Mr. Walker is present on Zoom, as is Ms. Messer. They were both previously sworn in on the record. And now counsel for Mr. Walker is present. Sir, can you state your name for the record, please?
Jason John for Tyler Walker, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. And counsel for the Attorney General's office, please identify yourself again.
Christine Brown Zeto for the Attorney General's office.
Okay. And where are we on this, Ms. Brown Zeto?
Your Honor, Mr. John is, I guess, just getting into this case here in Chambers County, and he was requesting a reset to our next docket. And Ms. Messer was asking for some sort of temporary help.
Your Honor, what if I may?
You may.
Thank you. As I mentioned before, we did file a case in Harris County, and so we're a little bit surprised by this hearing. However, we like to address all the issues that are present here in front of us. I would request just a very brief reset so I can vet the case. I'm talking just a few weeks, and then we can maybe even have some kind of agreement with Ms. Messer even before the court. But I would request just a very short recess on this issue.
And Ms. Messer?
Can I ask a question?
Why is there a case filed?
Why is there a case filed in Harris County? My son resides in Chambers County and has lived in Chambers County since he was born.
Your Honor, I'd just like to inform you that my client lives in Harris County.
It doesn't matter.
We're aware that he lives in Harris County, but I thought that it was where the child resided.
When was the Harris County action filed?
It was filed after the Chambers County action, Your Honor.
And has
Which is
anything
well
happened in
aware.
Harris County yet?
I'm sorry, I say that again.
Have
please?
there been any legal proceedings or orders out of Harris County?
No, Your Honor. We just have the file papers. That's it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that there's not going to be. Ms. Messer, do you have a response to his request to reset the case?
You don't want to.
I don't feel like I don't feel like I should have to sit
He's
here
said it before.
and continue to go through this after we've reset this before. He's not helping. I've asked for help. He's giving me snarky comments in regards to helping with our son that was made mutually between me and him. I feel like I don't feel like it should be reset. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to my child.
Your Honor, may I respond?
You may, and I am going to let you know, this is the fourth setting in this case. So I am concerned about it dragging.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, I apologize. Your Honor, we're simply not trying to delay the case. This is the first time Mr. Walker has counsel here, and all I'm asking for is just a couple of weeks. We have issues in this case too. Mr. Walker is being denied visitation, and he's also longing to see his child. So we have a couple of issues like that. I'd like to fully vet and present it to the court. It'll just take me a very short time. We're happy to take care of child support issues. I don't think 1 or 2 weeks is going to hopefully make that much of a difference, and we will.
It's not going to be 1 or 2 weeks. It's going to be 5 weeks.
And so
It's not going to be 1 or 2 weeks. I thought that he just said it was going to be 5 weeks.
Our
We
next
do have a setting, ma'am, on November 21st. Oh, no, we don't. I'm sorry. We do not.
that's Liberty.
Yeah. We
Our
could
next
preferentially
docket-
set this.
Our next docket is December
Yeah.
7th.
We could do a Zoom pref set
Thank you. I would
if that would
appreciate it.
help, because I don't want to delay. He wants time to have his issues vetted, but Ms. Messer, I think, wants child support started, if I'm not mistaken. Is that your main concern right now?
I need financial help,
Yeah.
yes.
And so I don't want to
And
delay that issue. I'm tempted to address that issue today and then give you all time to, because, I mean, we could probably come up with something. I don't know what Mr. Walker does for a living, but
All about
in some cases are very complex with child support, but sometimes they're not. And so I'm optimistic maybe this isn't that complex to get at least some child support started.
If there's orders, like even temporary orders put in for visitation, I will abide by them. Tyler has been given the opportunity to see the child. He has not texted me back in regards to seeing him. Does not text me the days that I tell him, like, hey, and Tyler has a crazy work schedule. He's only off 2 days out of the week. I work 7 days a week, and I've even adjusted my work schedule to fit his needs, and he still does not reach out to try to see my son or our son.
Your Honor, I dispute those assertions. Every time my client wants to see the child, there's all these excuses are being made why my client cannot have access to the child. So he's being denied access. He is willing to pay child support.
My child has health issues, and I'm sorry if my
excuse me, Your Honor. Excuse me, Your Honor. If I could just finish. So he's being denied child access to the child. Every excuse is being made when he's trying to get access. We are not.
I think we just okay. No, I'm sorry. I thought we lost our client, but we didn't.
Oh, okay. We are not trying to get out of child support or anything like that. I just need a little bit of time with my client to figure out, what the arguments are going to be for the amount of child support, and in just whenever the court, if a preferential setting at any time that the court wants, we're willing to come back in very quickly.
Ms. Brown Zeto, do you have any response to any of these requests?
We will definitely leave it up to Your Honor to what to do.
Do you believe we could have a quick Band-Aid order on child support today? You know more than me. I don't want to get too into the weeds, but I'm inclined to do that, but I don't know what kind of job he has. I don't know if it's feasible.
As far as getting close to the Thanksgiving holidays, I will be out next week. The next week I will be back, but we have actually that next week we could do probably a Zoom hearing.
14th.
And Your Honor,
14th. Yeah, let me look at my calendar, and you look at
Your Honor. Your Honor, if I may, my paralegal is on the Zoom call also, and I'm going to ask her to. She's controls my schedule, and she's, I think, looking at it. If the 14th is what
Tuesday the 14th.
Nancy, could you please check out
December 14th?
November.
Oh, November 1st.
That day.
Yes, we're available that day.
Ms. Messer, are you available on November 14th?
It's 5 days after the baby's gonna be here. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Do y'all want to do November 14th?
What time do you want to do it at?
That's what I'm debating.
Okay.
Debating if you all want to do afternoon or morning.
I'm good either way.
We're good either way also.
we will accommodate this court schedule.
Why don't we do 1 p.m.?
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So at 1 p.m., my child has to be.
Don't. You can make arrangements. Yes.
Okay,
sure.
No.
Because we can work our.
No, just whatever they want.
Well, 1 p.m. on November 14th, 2023. It's the same Zoom code information. If anyone has any exhibits, please be sure they're in electronic form, so they can be shared electronically, since we're not live. And
The only thing we have is the
DNA.
DNA testing. I'll make sure you get a copy of that, Mr. John.
Thank you, ma'am.
And if you do have any exhibits that you want to use, if you can get them to Ms. Brown Zeto, she can upload them in a way that I can see them.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the same goes to you, Ms. Messer. Okay.
Ms. Brown, pardon me. Ms. Brown Zeto, could I have your email address possible?
We can do that after I stop the recording.
Yes, please.
And the YouTube. Does anyone need anything further before I stop the recording in the YouTube?